Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Plan B Success. Today marks the 200th episode of Plan B Success after roughly about 15 and a half months of being in production. About 15 and a half months ago, in mid-2019, I started rummaging the internet to do something different. Something that would take my mind off the daily stress of life and work, yet be fruitful enough to teach me a thing or two, while allowing me to teach others a thing or two too. You see, I've always loved teaching and public speaking. I stumbled upon podcasting and started listening to a few podcasts on various topics of my interest. Soon I was hooked. As I listened, I heard several 20-somethings interviewing others on their podcasts, and it hit me that I had a lot to share too. After all, I had a wealth of life and work experience to dip into, but I had no idea as to how to start a podcast, did not know how to record, edit, host, or anything at all. The next several weeks went into searching, researching, and learning everything there is to about podcasting. Here I was, an amateur at podcasting, looking forward to distill from my experiences and talk into the microphone, not knowing what to expect. One thing I was sure of was that I did not want to just interview others and leave it at that. I wanted to dip into my own knowledge, experience, and expertise from years of professional work I had put in. I wanted to gather my thoughts and share my stories, my learnings, my ups and my downs as well. The premise for my podcast, which I named Plan B Success, became crystal clear. To share all that I knew, which I determined would inspire and benefit someone out there, so that in my golden years, when I look back, I don't regret not having done that or leave the mortal world with something still remaining to be said on my part. I recorded my first episode reflecting on my reasons for starting the podcast. I probably spent several hours recording, re-recording, editing, figuring out music to add, podcast art, and so many other things you need to do to launch a great podcast. And throughout the process, I learned a thing or two about digital marketing too. Over time, the subsequent episodes became easier and faster to execute upon. I started doing 3 episodes a week, releasing one every alternate weekday. An interview with someone inspiring who had been there and done that, and 2 more episodes of solo content that I would share and listeners could benefit from. The first few days and weeks, there was hardly a peep. Then I started sharing these episodes with family and friends, and put them out on my social media channels as well. You see, build it and they will come doesn't hold good here. You need to get the word out too. Yes, if you build it and get the word out, they will come, and they will stay if the work is good and they can learn from it. My initial episodes started bringing in from a few to tens of listeners. From here on, it was about consistency. No matter how busy my days were and what else was on my plate, or how I felt on a particular day, I could not do away with ensuring quality production of 3 episodes a week. Of course, I became more disciplined in terms of finding and scheduling guests, figuring out my topics for solo episodes in advance, researching, writing, recording, and post-production work being kept ahead of release schedule all the time. That consistency paid off in being able to share quality content that grew listeners and followers of the podcast from a few hundred to thousands each month. There's a website, a Facebook page, a LinkedIn page, YouTube channel, and other social media handles for the podcast accessible to those interested. It's also available on every major podcast listening platform out there. And who's the podcast catering to? Entrepreneurs, professionals, students, and you. I'm excited about the prospects of the podcast as it continues to grow, attracts guests, listeners, and other mutually beneficial alliances and partners. My advice to you, whatever you are doing and have your eyes set on, it's a journey. There'll be ups and there'll be downs, a whole lot more of the downs than the ups. The biggest favor you can do yourself is to stay the course. Be consistent and continue to do what you do best, despite the way the path meanders, and you will come out tops. You will reach your destination, and when you look back, the path won't seem that bad after all. I hope you liked that episode and are enjoying all the episodes in Plan B Success podcast. I'd encourage you to go subscribe on your favorite platform, whether it's any listening platform or YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you subscribe so that you enjoy this content and extract from it what serves you best, what benefits you in your own life, personal, professional, business, whatever it might be. PlanB.live is the website where you can go in order to find any episode that you would like to listen to. 3 times a week, we release episodes, the first being an inspiring interview with someone who's done it, been there, done that, and can inspire you to go after what you want to achieve. Every Monday, that's the episode that gets released. And then, on Wednesdays and Fridays, we pick a topic and we talk about it in order to benefit you in your personal and professional life. At the same time, if you're someone who's interested in learning more about these concepts, if you're someone who's interested in podcasting as well, go check out planbsuccessschool.thinkific.com. That's where all the online courses are. You can learn and benefit from them there as well. There's a bunch of free courses. There's a bunch of paid courses. Start with the free ones. Get to learn what you aspire to learn. And if you want to delve deeper, then you can sign up for the other ones. Thank you very much.